It's always been, you know, I'd say the art, my art. And he'd say, you can have your art, but this is a business. First and foremost, this is a business. And you always have to keep your feet on the ground and don't let people take advantage of you, because that happens all the time. And that's, you know, he just doesn't want me to be, you know, have this false idea of what's out there. And he's always just saying, if I get a little, you know, I'm getting all caught up in the glory and the glamour of everything, and I'm like, whoa, this is happening and this is happening. He says, okay, now just remember, you know, that this is your business. And yes, I do have a hard time with my checkbook, but I'm learning. I guess it just, I got into performing arts, so that started it, I guess. And then you know, as you get older, you start realizing I can make a living doing this, because everything, you know, you see that your dad is doing, I can do that too, and so you just sort of, I don't know when I actually took it seriously, when I said this is going to be my career, but I guess when I got to performing arts, it did, because, you know.
You know, when I realized that she wanted to be an actress, because she never told me anything. I mean, she was going to school, being a regular kid. And she was visiting me when I was doing Search for Tomorrow, and she was in the Actors Lounge. And she was talking with a couple of the young kids that we had on the show. Jane Krakowski, as a matter of fact, we were talking to. And all of a sudden, I leave. I have to go down and shoot a scene or something, and I come back up to the Actors Lounge, and Jennifer's on the phone. And she's saying, yeah, Bobby, now listen, I realize she's talking to my agent. And she's called my agent to get an audition for a job that Jane had told her about, something was casting. And I
totally forgot about that. That's right.
And I think she got an audition for it, as a matter of fact.
Did you get the job?
No.
No.
I didn't.
First taste of rejection.
That's the first time I found out she had any desire at all to be in the business.
And what did you say to her?
I said, what are you doing, you fool?
Stop that.
Stop that immediately.
It gives you a false sense of security.
You mean watching him?
Yeah.
No, I kind of had, it sort of didn't make me see the other side. I didn't really get, well, yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean. You have a false sense of security as to the potential of working here. You don't see the downside.
No, it's true. It's true. And it's, but he never let a day go by where he didn't let me know that, I'm telling you, it's not that easy. Please, if you want to make money, be a doctor, be a lawyer. Don't do this for, you know, you can't, it's not always going to be, you won't always be successful. But I didn't care. I really just, I wanted it so bad that I just said, I'm just going to try it. Let me just try. I can fail and I'll learn from my failure. And what could be worse than that? So it wasn't, oh, you're John Aniston's daughter. I never went in and saying, hi, I'm John Aniston's daughter. I didn't really have that problem. But it was not, but then there was the side of having him be in the business and know people, and them saying, oh, you know, is Aniston, is that, are you related to John Aniston? And saying yes, and them saying, oh, I love your father. And that was always really nice, but I'm not like attached by the hip. I don't have that problem. I don't. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for her to get big enough so I can retire
and
quit working. I didn't put her in the business. I'm no different than anybody else. I wouldn't want my daughter in this business. You can't, in all seriousness, look at a business like this and say, this is what I want my child to do. I want my child to suffer rejection daily on a regular basis for at least 2 or 3 years. So of course you wouldn't want your child to go into that. Actually, anybody that talks to me, let alone my own child, if they say, I want to go into show business, I say, take my advice. Don't do it. Do something else. Because I figure if my telling them to stay out of this business is going to get them out of the business, they shouldn't be in the business to begin with. So obviously, whatever I told her didn't have any effect on her at all. Because there she is. Things have happened very quickly for Jennifer. As they should. I mean, it's all deserved. However, that's not what this business is really like.
Oh, and it's scary. It's just it is a scary business. I mean, you think, wow, I'm working, but you know, tomorrow or the next day, months down the line, you never know where you're going to be. You might be back working at the old restaurant down in the corner.
And unfortunately, the business our business in this country is not terribly gracious to the people that are in it. We tend to use them up and discard them
Very fickle.
very quickly, and that's sad.
Well, no, I mean, of course you think, oh God, I don't want to be stuck in this one character for too many years because you're afraid of being thought of as only being able to play that by people. But I don't think that's the case anymore. And in terms of that, the reason I had said that was because one of the other actress that was hired to play the other part, because it was a two-woman show, quit because of that, because it was because of what it was based on, and she was afraid that people would look at her that way seriously and actually think of her that way. And I said, and I had said to her, I don't understand this. It's why you're an actor. You're an actor so you can play all of these different characters and put yourself into them 100% and not worry about being labeled. Because that's what you're doing. You're acting. That's not who you are. And if people actually believe that, then that's their problem. I mean, don't you think that's weird? If people watch, what's a good example? Star Trek, and actually think these people exist. Yeah, there you go.
Jennifer is a natural talent. There are certain things you can learn in this business, and there are certain things that you can't learn. The comic instinct that she has is unerring, and that's her greatest asset. Knowing how much of that to turn on and off, she has a problem with every once in a while. But no, she's a natural. The first time I saw her was an audition scene that she did for Search for Tomorrow when I was on the show. She auditioned for part of a 14-year-old girl, and I'd seen her. I went to a couple of high school plays, and they were,
We won't talk about that.
grammar school plays. Really wasn't even high school because she was only 14. But she did this scene. It was a very dramatic scene. And I didn't watch her do the test. I just saw it when it was all done on film. I was stunned. I was really stunned. This kid is unbelievable. She was really quite wonderful in it. She was far and away the best of any of the people that tested for the part. They didn't give it to her, but that was something else.
Why didn't they give it to me?
Who knows? But no, it was right there, right from the very beginning.